What's going on YouTube? It's Sankey and I make videos on the stock market. So as we approach that midweek point in the stock market, I want to put a couple of companies on your radar that I've loaded up on today and plan on grabbing some more tomorrow, and this should get your portfolios fired up as we close out the week. Now the patrons already know about these, they've got their strategy set. Before I get into them, I want to quickly touch on what JP Morgan has come out with today. They are saying their long-term Bitcoin price target is $146,000. This represents a 4.5 times rise on the current price. This is absolutely huge, guys, and they're saying it's been driven by increasing long positions in Bitcoin, right, and crypto, as well as the increasing amount of investment wallets holding Bitcoin that we're going to see going through the year. So this is absolutely enormous. Now this is a long-term price target, and you know it might not be sustainable, but guys, I've always told you the key to picking fantastic plays is to look into the future and see what industries are going to be growing rapidly. That's where the opportunity is, right? So there's going to be a lot of Bitcoin plays that are going to benefit from the rise in crypto, and we're going to profit off it. Whether it's in the short term, the medium term, and the long term, either way, we're going to profit off these plays. So without further ado, let's jump into the first play. So up on screen we have Argo Blockchain, that's ticker symbol ARB, currently standing at 56 pence. This is one of my favorite cryptocurrency miners that I put you guys on a couple of weeks back, and now I'm up over 250% in this play. So I want to give you guys a rundown on why I'm positive on the future outlook of Argo Blockchain. The first is that they've come out with their December numbers and they're fantastic. Revenue 1.6 million from 1.5 million the month before. Their margins have increased to 60% from 57% the month before. So good month on month growth numbers there in their sales and their margin. So they're growing their business and they're becoming more profitable. Now what I also like to see is they've got a couple of upcoming catalysts that I want to put on your radar that has the potential to push that share price up, right? The first is that they've announced an agreement with Celsius Network to deliver 4,500 new miners, right? And this is set to be operational next month. And this is going to help the business because one, it's going to increase their mining capacity. It's going to enable them to generate more sales. Also, it's going to increase their improve their technology, right? And also improve their economies of scales. Now, by improving their economies of scales, they're going to be able to improve that margin number, right? So we should expect revenue to grow and the margin to increase as well, given the delivery of these new miners that they're about to receive. So another catalyst I want to put on your radar is that they've gone ahead and listed on another exchange. Their main exchange is the London Stock Exchange, but now they're also listed on the OTCQB. This makes the stock a lot more liquid and gives them a lot more access to North American investors. This is exactly what we want, because a more liquid stock, which is more accessible, right, to investors, is going to drive that stock price up. Going to have more chance of driving that stock price up off the back of good news. So it gives them a positive future outlook. Now, also want to mention that their market cap is only $160 million. In the grand scheme of things, this isn't large. So one thing to put on your radar to watch out for, right, is that they go ahead and acquire new miners and make them operational throughout the year. This is going to act as another catalyst for that share price, but also increase their revenue at the same time, increase that market cap and the share price, right? So I do see fantastic things for Argo. Do put them on your watch list or consider grabbing some stock. Next up, we have eBank Holdings. Now, eBank Holdings manufacture the Bitcoin mining machines. Now, this is a fantastic play. They've announced earlier in the week that they are planning to launch their own crypto exchange, right? They've done the internal testing, and if everything goes well, this should be launched Q1 2021. So we're not far away from potentially seeing a new cryptocurrency exchange, right? Now, on the initial news of a potential cryptocurrency exchange coming from eBank Holdings a couple of days ago, that share price absolutely exploded, right? And I said to all the patrons, just wait for a better entry point and then we can load up on some eBank, because this is a huge opportunity. And just with patience, that better entry point has finally come. So I loaded up on some eBank Holdings. Now, if they're able to launch that new cryptocurrency exchange, that is going to catapult the business into another league, right? Right now, they're doing about 100 million in revenue. With the cryptocurrency exchange, that revenue doubles to 200 million. So this is a big deal, because if that revenue doubles, that share price is going to absolutely shoot through the roof. Now, it's worth noting that eBank Holdings are very focused on international expansion. They've gone ahead and set up a subsidiary in Australia, and they're applying for financial services licenses. So I do expect big things from eBank Holdings. Now, like I said, that cryptocurrency exchange could be absolutely enormous for the business, could catapult them into a whole new league, and I want to be along for the ride. So do do consider eBank Holdings. Up on screen we have Marathon Patent Group, that's ticker symbol MARA. This is another play that I introduced you guys to a lot of weeks back. We doubled our money and we've almost doubled our money again in this play, and I still think they've got a lot of room for growth. This is another Bitcoin mining play set for a fantastic future. I want to put a couple of things on your radar. This is a very well capitalized business right now. What I mean by that is they're sitting on a lot of cash. They have cash of 217 million, right? This is absolutely enormous. Now they've gone ahead and placed a mammoth order of Bitcoin miners. We are talking 103,000 of these, right? This is absolutely enormous, and they're set to be rolled out from next month. So they're going to roll out 4,000 in February, 3,300 in March, 4,800 in April, and the rest to be rolled out throughout the rest of the year. Now, so I want to give you guys some numbers just so you understand how huge this opportunity can be for Marathon Patent Group, because it really is mind-blowing, right? So in 2020, Marathon Patent Group made around $2 million in revenue, but with the deployment of these 103,000 miners, this is going to give Marathon Patent Group revenue of over $600 million. This is absolutely huge, right? So you've gone from $2 million to $600 million on full deployment of these miners. Now, because of the sheer economies of scale, because there's so many miners there, right? This is going to give them gross profit margin of 84%. This is absolutely enormous. If you compare that to Argo Blockchain, whose gross profit margin was about 60%, you can just see the sheer amount of cost savings that Marathon Patent Group will receive because they've ordered so many miners. Now, if they can pull this off, this is going to catapult this business into a whole new league, right? They are going to be one of the most dominating players in the North American mining market. So do consider Marathon Patent Group. So up on screen we have RIOT Blockchain, that's ticker symbol RIOT. Again, another fantastic Bitcoin mining performer over the last couple of weeks, and I put a lot of you guys on this play. Shout out to Johnny, I know you've made some good money on this play, right? Now, the thing to note is they are also expanding, right? They've purchased 15,000 miners costing $35 million to be deployed between May of this year and October. So again, this is going to give them a nice uplift on their revenue, access to more technologies, and a nice uplift on their economies of scale. So do consider some RIOT Blockchain. So if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time of the day is. This question of the day time. Now, a lot of you have been asking about Tesla, right? A lot of you want to enter Tesla and you're asking me, is Tesla a buy right now? So I'm going to give you my 2 cents on that. To start off with, I think Tesla is an amazing long-term play. They've been in my portfolio for a long time now, and this is a true wealth builder. They've got a lot going for their business. Now, they're also operating in a very fast-growing industry, right? That EV market, as we know, is exploding, and Tesla is one of the key players in the industry. Now, if you don't own any Tesla, right, this is definitely time for you guys to put them on your watch list, because I think they're a true asset in your portfolio. Now, I just want to jump into the share price graph, so show you guys a few things. Up on screen, Tesla share price graph. Now, ideally, right, what you want to do is you want to be investing in Tesla when it's consolidating. Now, this was last month. You can see it was consolidating for a very long period of time, and that gave you guys a lot of opportunities to build your positions, right? That's what I always say, when a stock is consolidating, do load up. That is the perfect time, especially a stock that's got a lot of catalysts coming up. The industry is growing, right? Good management team, this is the ideal time, because when that share price pops off and breaks that resistance, right, it's onwards and upwards. So as you can see for Tesla, exploded up. One thing I do want to highlight is, I know a lot of you are probably thinking of jumping into Tesla immediately. From the volume analysis, it does look like their volume is coming down slightly, right? So this could be a sign that a better entry point into Tesla might be coming soon. So it might be worth just holding off a little bit. You know, that volume's coming down. It's indicating that there might be a slight drop in that share price, right? It might not be huge. It might be a 5% drop, might be a 10% drop, but that at least gives you a much better entry point. You guys know I'm big on entry points because ultimately that's going to boost your returns. Now, if you are feeling impatient, one thing you could do is you can invest a little bit of money into Tesla now, right? Do expect some volatility, or just do be prepared for it. You know, I do still think that investment that you make now is going to be worth a lot more at the end of the year. And then you can wait a few days, potentially trying to catch a bit of a dip in the price and invest a little bit more. So you don't always have to invest the whole amount into one go, right? You could just invest bit by bit into a company. That's an idea for you. So as always, great to have you guys tuning in today. Do hit a like button, it really helps the channel out. If you're new, do go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the Stockflix family. Also do check out the Patreon down below, you get access to the Discord. I'm on there for a large portion of the day answering questions. So as I always say to you guys, do check into the channel each and every day. Stock market is rapidly moving, you never want to miss a beat. I'll catch you guys on the next one.